And it just takes people wrapping their minds around and getting their heads out of the gutter and seeing that it is up to us to maintain bullishness, right? Because there are communities out there supporting, what is it, butthole coin or whatever. They're out there shilling their 90% down chart every single day. So what are we going to do? Are we going to wait for a V1 buy and burn to turn on, or are we going to get our asses out of our get our asses out of our heads?
Get our heads out of our asses.
I can, I
set the tone with that.
I can get a good look at a T-bone steak.
I mean, I can stick my head up a bull's ass, or wait.
But I'd rather take the pictures. Fool me once. fool me, can't get fooled again.
You can't fool me again.
But anyway, so here's the thing. Here's what I find really, really interesting. If you have been watching Dragon Fart Dust, what happened yesterday? The price skyrocketed, but our ratio with Dragon X, because Dragon X started really, really taking off, so our ratio started going down. Now, 327 Dragon X per 1 DFDX, you're not going to find that kind of ratio anywhere else in the Titan X ecosystem right now. It was up around 350, I think, before the big pump started happening. Yeah, it hit almost 350 at its all-time high. But our price started mooning, but our ratio started going down. But I'm really, really interested in that, because that's where you can watch, like right now, you could set a single side at 320. I think it's 330 is the next one. Uniswap kind of holds you to those levels. So 323 was where you could have set a single side without doing anything, and you set it one single tick above on the ratio, you would have almost filled your position right now without doing anything, right? And that's just because of the way the prices are playing back and forth. If Dragon X starts going down and Dragon Fart Dust maintains, what's going to happen? Price is going to stay pretty similar, but the ratio is going to go up, and you can easily fill LPs. And guess what? You never dumped one single token on the market. You are your own liquidity provider, and you take you put up your Dragon Fart Dust, you take your Dragon X, and you do what you want with that, right? But that's what interested me and Johnny from day one, watching what's going to happen. When you see something launch, right? An undoxed founder with very little info on how they're actually going to be running this thing, you expect that 6 hours to go by and then liquidity pulled, right? That didn't happen. A week, you keep fast forwarding, a week goes by and we're still watching this thing. And what we started seeing is, okay, let's start looking into these wallets. We start tracking everything. We see a massive amount of supply split amongst tons and tons of wallets, right? Almost too many to track. But what you really only needed to focus on were the ones that were really active, right? And the ones that were active started doing some really wild stuff with liquidity, where they're putting single sides in. Dev is the OG devs claiming that they're releasing supply, right? And then you watch a chart go up, you see their position fill, you see it pulled on Dex Screener, right? And you're like, okay, well, this is just gonna out the door, Bybit wallet, whatever, or Binance wallet, whatever. Bybit, what the hell am I saying? Just Bybit even now. I can get a good look at a T-bone steak. I'm just joking, guys. But what happened was the liquidity was pulled, or that position was pulled, not the liquidity. That position was pulled. And then if it was ETH or Dragon X that was taken from that, that same wallet started buying up the chart. And we're like, okay. And then you fast forward, now we're 3 weeks in. It's never stopped. So that's where, we did our video on it about a week and a half ago or so. That's when we really got down into brass tacks with this guy or gal, right, on DMs. And that's where the offer went through, and we took this over because what they were doing, we think, is brilliant, right? You have a massive amount of supply in one holder's hands. They're trying to release it like a protocol does manually because it's a meme coin, right? It's a simple meme coin. And how else are you going to get supply into the hands if you're holding it all, right? Well, you're going to have to get it out there somehow, and you're going to want people to buy it off the market. So you're not going to well, I mean, I guess you could airdrop to people, but if you want people to get it at that market level price, you put it out in the LP, you let people buy it up. But then what do you do with it? Well, something I've never seen is utilizing that to buy up your own chart. And I think that's interesting. And the only thing that's missing from the equation here is adoption, right? If we see adoption in Dragon Fart Dust, it's going to be insane, because what you're going to see is the Titans of LP never dumping tokens, only buying the chart, right? And using the V3 LP to release tokens as the market demands, right? And what people really, really need to understand is, you've got something with 888 million, 888,888 supply, right? And only about 10% of that, I think, is on the market right now, right? So you have very little chance for whale activity to do anything to this chart. If anything, it would not do that much to the chart, right? If somebody that has a ton of tokens decided to dump, right? Plus, what are we going to do? We will be buying the blood. So this is our first stream since the announcement of the takeover. Man, I can't help but be bullish, right? If you're out there right now and you're on the sidelines, or you're waiting, or you're feeling really down in the dumps, you're looking at the whole market, it's like, okay, but there's for every side that you're on in your mental state, just know that there's another side, and that other side, it's hard. It's a hard thing to get into, but once you're in it and you're just in a bullish flow, man, no one can stop you. And what do we have? And what did we inherit? What did me and Johnny inherited? We inherited a Telegram with about 450 or so members, a paid raid leader. We got a paid lead mod for the whole chat, right? We're filling raids nonstop. Everybody's bullish in there. Of course, you have a lot of marketers vying for their position, but it's like, hold on, bro. Team is filled. Let us take care of some stuff, and then we'll talk about adding stuff in there. But everybody's bullish. Raids are going. They're getting filled. We're getting word out there. So it's like slow and steady. We're not going to stop. Like, why would we stop when we see the potential for a meme coin, a simple meme coin about a dragon farting rainbow dust, right? And its potential to draw an entire ecosystem up with it. And so TitanX is used to this too. That's the thing. TitanX is used to this. When shit was dumping back in the end of summer, what were we doing? We were on a moon mission, right? For 3 months we were on a moon mission, and we were set apart from the entire crypto realm, right? So our community is used to that. Did we do the Mo?
We'll do it at the end.
Okay. We'll do the Mo.
That's the outro.
And we inherited a highly active blue check mark, very nice looking X page. So
very nice.
We got the X page, we got the Telegram, and we are getting word out to the community.
Website.
About Dragon Fart Dust, baby.
Okay, let me stop you. Like, you're super excited about all this founder shit, and I love it. But I'm like, oh, you got an X page. Yeah, great. Yeah, bro, I'm interested in what you guys are doing. I like the idea in, okay, I'm going to say some blasphemous shit here. But we talked a little bit after the last stream, and I started to kind of understand what you guys were doing. What if you had a founder that had 90% of all the supply and never sold? Like, he fucking never sells. Like, what if you have a Fire Whale? What if you have a Richard Hart? What if you have this guy, and so, I have this idea in my head where I'm like, I love fair launch. I always love fair launch. But there's one tiny problem with fair launch. Whales can get in at the same time that you can get in, which means when they exit, wham!
Yep.
And then time has to go by, more adoption has to happen to overcome that. And that's fine, that's part of crypto. But if you guys are holding 90% of the supply already, and some whale gets in early and tanks this and like does his market sell, great. Good for you. You made your fucking money, you fucking G. But two things are going to happen. Number one, you hold 90% of all the supply. So what could this G possibly do to the chart compared to what you guys can do with liquidity? Second off, you can set a floor or you can set a cushion to buy up his fucking Jeep so that it doesn't go to the fucking floor.
What would that look like, Mo? I think it could look amazing.
Well,
I don't know. If you bring that chart up, you can see exactly where that happened.
I can tell you, it'll look like, like, you ready?
Bang, bang, boom.
Right there. That's exactly what it looks like. Little stair stepping on your way up.
Yeah.
And then this is your, hey, Dragon
Who
X.
tried to hurt us?
Hey,
Nobody tried to hurt us.
Yeah, and look at this. Over time, like I've said it a lot, and I don't mean to say it's the same thing. I don't mean to compare them, but it's the chart dynamics. It's PTGC like. It's just this nice ramp over time. Mm-hmm. And sure, if you zoom in, you're on an hour-to-hour, day-by-day crackhead basis of looking at your chart. Yeah, whatever. But if you zoom in, you zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. You have these beautiful looking charts like this where if you got, what was the beginning? 50 Dragon X?
Yeah.
Now it's at 327.
Yep.
So that's 6.5x. Well, fucking bad.
I got in at the beginning. Not 50, but I got pretty damn close.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I mean, that's awesome. Good job. Sorry. That's my competitive person.
I mean, I got in, but I was a super degen. Like, this might rug, but who cares? I didn't give a shit. I didn't throw enough money into, even if it did rug, it would have ruined my day. You know what I mean? It would have been like, like that's the kind of money that I threw in on it. That's the important thing. But it's like, especially after like the whole Trump coin thing, Melania coin, you just saw what those are. Like, if you put this chart up against any Solana coin, put it up against any Solana meme coin, yeah, of course, the Solana meme might go up 100x, but were you in the first 15 minutes? No, the hell you weren't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Insiders were in. This one, yeah, it wasn't like a fair launch, but at the same time, I mean, it's not like the price was super. By fair launch, I mean fair. I should say fair distribution, because he did give a 1 week window. He's like, within a week, this thing's launching, and I mean,
to me, that's as long as you don't stealth launch something,
right?
This where it launches, and then all your buddies get in, and then 10,000% later, you're like,
I mean,
hey,
you can see from the chart. You can see from the chart. You can see from the chart there were no insiders, because you don't see a parabolic thing. But the other thing that's interesting, if you zoom in on that first candle, that very first candle, you don't see a massive wick up that you see in most launch. There's no massive wick up that goes like 25 times X the price. People get in, they get absolutely slaughtered by the bots, right? So there was next to zero bot activity on this, and that's because it launched with 4 LPs, 2 V2s, 2 V3s.
Yeah, that's the other. So there was a lot of like real like little like breadcrumb anomaly type things that we had never seen before. It's like, okay, so following this, I mean, and I know that amongst various streams, even before this launched, people were laughing about it on streams. Dragonport does it's funny, and it's freaking funny, and that's what I mean. It's a meme. Memes are funny. If people don't get that by now, if you're like mad at memes or like whatever, when you come to the realization that memes are funny, and if they're run well, right, it's a really funny thing, good feeling thing that you can get really bullish about, right, when it's pumping. And if you're in a community and it's inside a Telegram where everything's firing on all cylinders, right, there's like nothing that can stop that, right? And then you add in there, okay, so this thing launches with 2 locked V2 liquidity pools, and it launches simultaneously with 2 V3 pools. I've never really, I don't know if I've ever seen that before. And that makes it really interesting. So what I think happened was bots had no idea what to do with that. I don't think they had any idea what to do.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah. I mean, you could see clearly they didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like what? There's one wick here, which looks like what? Maybe 1 or 2 bots got in and then down, and then within
they put in their
15
Dragon
minutes
X, and they're like,
later-
oh,
Right.
yeah,
I made a 1.2x.
Right.
yeah, that's hilarious.
Right.
That's wild.
Yeah. And then I see a lot of people, or not a lot of people, but I've seen a few comments. People are like, oh, I'm waiting to buy the dip. Gentlemen, we own 90% of the supply. I have my own personal bags, and Nathan has his own personal bags. I don't know what dip you're looking for. Because if you're looking for some 70% down, it ain't happening. Well, I shouldn't say it ain't happening because anything can happen. But if you look at all the wallets and who holds the supply and you try to do that kind of a sell, what happens when you fall into the nice little comfy cushion right underneath that? It buys it right back up.
Yep.
So no one really has no one wallet has enough to like really hurt the chart in a super damaging way. So there's that. So if you're looking for
That's
a
exciting.
70%, if you're looking for a 70%, it's not going to happen anytime soon.
No.
I think the most we fell was like 15 or 17%, but that's just because Dragon X and Ethereum took an absolute diarrhea.
Yeah,
that's
it's
the
interesting.
only reason. The only reason.
A lot of the
Not
dips were bonded liquidity.
Yeah, that's it. Not because of selling. Not because of selling. We don't
So
have a
this
lot
is-
of. It's like diamond hands, bro. This, like, no one wants
It's
to sell this
25
shit.
days old. When have you seen a meme coin?
Pull up
run
another chart.
25
Pull
days?
up any other chart ever and look at their 25. Look at
Yeah,
them
look
25
at
days in.
Kekius, because look at Kekius there at the top, because it was supposed to be the next big thing.
Oops.
Is that fair distribution?
Whoa.
Jesus Christ. Do you guys want the Burj Khalifa? Because that's what that chart is. That's the fucking Burj Khalifa, bro. Hope you got in there.
40 cents at its all-time high, and it's down to a penny.
Yeah. So
That's
imagine
crazy.
that's the normal way memes work. That's the normal meme game. Good luck. Hope you have a strong community. Hope you can come back from that.
Yeah.
Most
So, I mean-
do not.
What happens when two
There's less
Titan
volume in this than
Yeah.
Titan X.
Right.
What happens when people that have been born and bred in the Titan X ecosystem get their hands on a meme and they start running that shit, and they're highly knowledgeable about liquidity providing,
Yeah.
and they
Most
have
of,
the
these,
safety of the community at heart, right?
most of these meme
Trump
coins, the devs have, or not devs, but the people running it have no clue about liquidity. And I can honestly say that because you're looking at two people that took over the biggest base or the biggest coin on base, which was Brett at the time, doing something like 12 million in volume a day.
Yeah.
Me and Nathan single-handedly took over that liquidity pool. They had no clue. They had no idea until we told them, hey guys, we opened up a V3. And then they got very poopy at us.
Why would you do that? You have no idea what you're doing. You have no idea about I was told in telegrams, you're like, hey guys, if you guys want to like not hurt the chart and you want to learn how to like put your tokens up in the LP, I started the V3 pool, and the dev gets on. He's like, you have no idea about liquidity. Get out of here now. Take those close that LP down right now.
No,
Like,
we brought more people
No.
from the Titans of LP in there, and we all caked
okay,
it
bro.
hard.
Yeah, because
I
we got
brought-
about
I
10
brought-
people that are coming in here right now to put 5K up each into the
Yeah. Yeah,
That's what we did with Andy. That's what we did with
Andy. We did it with Andy. We did it with Brett. We did it with B-Shib. We did it with Spectral. We did it with
Oh man, Spectre was a good one.
Spectral was a damn good one until it wasn't.
Until it wasn't.
Until it wasn't, right? But we did this with like 8 coins at least. Pepe but blue.
Yeah,
that was an interesting one.
That was a weird one, but it worked.
It worked. And it took 2 people. 2 people.
Yeah. Yep.
Not a lot of money. $10,000. We were able to take over a full pool. So if you know what you're doing with liquidity providing, you could make an ass ton of money.
Yeah.
Now, instead of trying to fight those guys and try to game that system over there, you can join our team and we can show you how to do that.
I like that guy. He is farting up a storm.
Dude, that guy had some Chipotle, bro. He had barbacoa last night. For sure. For sure.
Why you gotta pick on me and my barbacoa, man?
That's my Chipotle of choice as well.
I love it.
Yeah.
And let me just say officially, their brisket ass. I'm sure maybe some of you think it tastes good, but you haven't been to the South and had real brisket.
I was about to say, you used to live in Texas. I live in Kentucky, bro. Brisket is like
farting on the Lambo. There you go. Wow, that one's got some like liquid to it.
Is it farting on the Lambo, or is it farting you a Lambo?
Oh, yes, yes. I like that. Is that supposed to say Hollywood in the background? I love AI. Acalminoso.
That's Russian Hollywood. Ukrainian drone comes flying in.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I hope I don't get pulled from YouTube for that.
I know.
Oh boy.
In Mother Russia,
I wasn't referencing WAR. It's
Dragon farts on you.
The dragon
only bitch.
You. Yeah.
Bro, but look at all the posts, man. Like, me and Nathan have been talking for a while now that, like, because people in the Titan X main chat, they're like, oh, the chart sucks. I can't show this chart. It's like, dude, doesn't fucking matter. Everything's down. You bull post your ass off.
Dragon fart dust ain't noise pollution.
Yeah.
Wow. Hell yeah, Chuck Boy gets it.
That's right.
Well, I'm telling you right now.
Oh, here's some dragon fart dust. Hey, ready?
Y'all ready tonight? Like, yeah, I don't know what he's saying, but
look at all these posts,
roll, baby.
How many posts did we do today, bro? It's got to be at least 10. At least 10 plus commenting plus reposting.
The dragon. I don't know if you ever smelled dragon fart before, but woo-wee, it smells like Skittles in the spring.
Yeah, I saw that one. That was good. Trust the Titan X plan.
Yeah, thank you for being bullish. We are here to be that is on the moon. Farting on the moon.
Farting on the moon. I don't know how that.
Can we do like AI, like an AI Sting in the police, like farting on the moon? Is that my Sting impersonation? Wow.
Well, that's funny because your intro sounded like fucking.
We got Willem Dafoe to do our intro.
Yeah, it was William Dafoe. That sounded like the intro, man. I was like,
oh yeah,
dude, close your eyes. That's fucking William Dafoe.
Hell yeah, it is.
That sounded like Liam Neeson, what you just did.
Yeah, I know where your liquidity is.
We know.
Very unique
set
of
of find your liquidity.
We just need Chris Titan X to come and get a bag of dragon fart dust. That's what we need.
That's the one goal.
That's your catch once Chris Titan X gets. I mean, you'll have her if she changes her name to Chris Dragon Fart Dust.
Yeah, Chris Titan Fart.
Yeah, there you go.
I will donate to her 1 million Dragon Fart Dust if she changes her name to that.
That's a lot.
I know it's a lot. I personally will donate.
It's gonna be
from my wallet,
that's for sure.
Chris, you're getting an airdrop if you heard that. You know what's really cool is Uranus is really cool, man. Uranus is doing really well.
Uranus. You just said Uranus like a fucking science teacher.
Yeah, like a scientist.
Lame.
It's Uranus.
Guys,
not
it's
Uranus.
guys, stop it. Okay, I need you guys to be grown up here and act responsible. It's Uranus.
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 Urine. Us. And you're like, you just said urine. Be like, no, I didn't.
Guys, the next person.
Is that what
who
my
says
scientist
Uranus-
impersonation is like? When you combine Uranus and crypto, you get some dragon parts in between. That's right.
Oh, I lost it there. Go back. Sami. Shout out.
But yeah, that's where it started with me and Johnny too. The Sami video came out, and he was talking about that, like what happens when someone owns like 90% of the supply.
He came out with that video 2 days before Dragon Fart Dust launched, and I was like, "This is an omen."
Yeah.
Omen.
Say no to soy boy Jeets.
Yeah, the soy boy Jeets need to go away because it's time to like get bullish nonstop, no matter what.
That's it.
If you're sitting on the sidelines waiting for a V1 like a buy and burn to turn on,
You're gonna
like,
be sitting for a
just
while.
Forget about that. Like the buy and burn's not turning on.
It doesn't
Okay?
exist.
I try to tell people
You are
gotta
now
understand-
supporting. You are now getting bullish because you want to be bullish because of the thing that you got into that you believed in. Now get out there and
believe it or
work.
shit, use the V1 as a selling point, but don't use it as your fucking, that's what's going to save us is the V1. No, more adoption is what's going to fucking save you. It's always more adoption in a bull run.
You just saw
That's what's
Richard
gonna
Hart.
fucking save you.
What did Richard Hart just bring over like $12 million or something and buy up PulseX or something like that a couple days ago or 2 days ago or yesterday?
I think it was 1.2 million, but still, he
was
pumped
a
in
lot of money.
1.2 million to
Yeah,
offset
where's
it.
that?
And then
What
I
happened?
think maybe 26 hours later, it was fucking gone.
Right, exactly. That's exactly what would happen every single day with the V1 buy and burn. I can assure you.
Hey,
James.
buddy.
James is a Titans of LP OG.
Oh,
Have to
geez,
say
in the
this.
house. Let's.
I
fucking
don't
go.
know about that. I was early, and I used to ask a lot of questions at odd hours because my daytime is your middle of the night. But I was very patient, and you guys taught me a lot about LP. I have a lot to learn, but really, when I was single siding and we were doing things with the different protocols, I learned so much in there. And then you did your chat and you did your stream, and you went from like 70 to 100 to 150 to 400 now, 700. I don't know what you got in there, but it's a real great place. And then somebody started talking about like coins and said, why don't we have a degens of LP? I mean, there's just so much smart people. There's like, people have such great ideas. If you just listen to them, they do have great ideas. And,
You know what's funny
I
is
love that.
We started the Degens of LP chat, right? We did a vote, and people were like, "Yeah, we want it." And there's only like 40 people in there, but 40
degens, 40
But the most-
degens.
I'm like, I was just shocked because the most, like the like, Chad of Degens in there is Steve DeFi.
Yeah,
Don't-
yeah,
Like,
yes,
I can't
yes.
believe this. Like, he's making these calls, and we're just like, oh my god, he's up like. Some of them are ridiculous, right? Some of them not so. I mean, that's like the Degen life. It's right where you get that one, and you're good, you're set. But hey, do you want to Degen?
We're having fun. We're having fun. That's all it is. Is we're having some fun.
But James, I gotta say, man, Uranus is managing the buy and burn really, really well, and you
Yes.
got a lot of good community members in your chat that believe in it. And that's what we started this talking about bonded liquidity. You are the guy that you used. I remember you utilizing Titans of LP as like a really big testing ground for. I mean, you learned about bonding liquidity pretty much on your own, and you did it by yourself. Like you launched and then you bonded, and it was just really, really interesting to watch. I mean, I was involved in a lot of that stuff, but I mean, it's just funny when you were coming in. And you'd be like airdropping people your tokens. You're like, hey, buy with this, sell with this. Let's just get this going. It's like, holy cow, man, that's crazy. I do not have the balls to do that. but
Can
that's
I
really
can I
cool.
can I adjust the statement a bit? So Eric actually was our mentor. So I probably say this a couple times, and a lot of people say a lot of things about Eric. When I first met Eric, I thought he looked like I forget that guy. There's an actor that looks very much like him, so I made a meme like
Jared
him.
Leto or like
Yeah, Jared Leto. So I made that meme, and Eric loved it. And then I said, "Hey, buddy, I want to be the first to launch on Dragon X. We got this. Here's our idea." He said, "Why don't you make it a baby Dragon X? You could be our little brother, and you can do these couple different tokenomics." So I did know about bonded liquidity, but Eric had, like I like to say, Eric had 20 suggestions. We took 19 of them, and all of them worked out. So I feel like I should have taken the 19th one also. So I want to give a shout out to Eric. Honestly, be he who he is. We have all types of characters in Titan X, and that's what we need. You can't have 25 of the same founders. You don't want that. So I just want to give a shout out to Eric, just for that. Yes.
Yeah. I with I don't know if I'm using the word right, but with some trepidation, I put out a Dragon Fart Dust X post at him.
Yeah.
And he reposted it. I was just like, oh, I thought you were just gonna be like,
he does.
Get the hell out of here.
He is like evil Eric, and he's the CEO of Pulse Chain. It's all fun. I met him at Token 2049 in Singapore. He was in centimeters. He's probably like 182 centimeters, which is like 6'2", 6'3".
I was going to
so
say,
we first met. We met at one of the
Stop.
side events and had a couple drinks, and I really got to know him. I mean, I really got to see him finally, and I really got to thank him in person for everything.
That's awesome. I didn't know he was really tall. We just
He
assume
looks
that
like
everybody's
he's tall.
like 4'5".
He's really tall. I almost wasn't sure it was him. We were outside because it was kind of a confusing side event. They didn't have it signed properly. There's this tall guy that looked like Eric, and I said, "Eric?" He said, "I wondered when you'd say hi." And then we went up, and enjoyed the side event. Yeah.
Wow.
He should have worn a top hat and been like, "Look for Abraham Lincoln."
You've been like,
By the way, it's early. I decided not to do a Bloody Mary mix because I don't have any Bloody Mary mix. But I'm on this new thing. Jake taught me a lot of things, but one thing he did teach me is what's it called? Nootropics. So nootropics, nicotine is a decent nootropic, and we have this thing called Oh No in Vietnam. So I live in Singapore and Vietnam, and I stopped by, and I'm like, you can't bring Nicorette. You can't bring Nicorette in here. It's like you cannot bring it in. So I just happened to go by a pharmacy, used my translation device, and said, "Do you have nicotine gum?" And she looked at it. She brought out this thing, and I said, "Oh no!" Like, not just the name, like, "Oh no, should I be doing this?" And now, I am not a smoker. I'm not even really a social smoker, but nicotine is absolutely a nootropic, and it operates differently than caffeine. And I feel hyped. I feel hyped with it. So just want to let you know, I'm not.
This message is brought to you by Oh No and Zin.
Yeah, this stream sponsored by Oh No, and I don't have any dong because I'm in Singapore for a few days. So sorry. Thanks for having me on too. I love what you're doing. I love what you're doing. We have added, so we bought the Dragon Horde bought Dragon Fart Dust as kind of a quiet thing in the beginning, and we will have the CA. We will have the contract in the Dragon Horde. After we launch the 4 Omni-Chain tokens, we're going to add a bunch of CAs. You'll get to see Dragon Fart Dust sitting right in the Dragon Horde.
Nice, man. That's badass.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I like it now that it started with Jake X and Baby Dragon X, and then you guys pulled out with Uranus. Now we got Dragon Fart Dust. We're actually kind of building a stable now of meme coins. This is actually kind of wild.
The ecosystem needs it.
You saw what happened, right? I mean, you make a meme, you have a fun name, you have some cool actual memes. It doesn't take a lot. You just need a good community. You need to get a community, right? And you need to be active on socials, and that's where James is an absolute monster. is right now on my feed, it's all Dragon Fart Dust, Uranus, and there's like a smattering of just random things pitched in, but I'm seeing it pushed down my fucking throat, and that's what you need to do. And I wish everyone would do that. I tried to put a call to action for everyone. It doesn't matter if you're a founder or not. If you like something, bull post about it. Do you not have 5,000 followers? That's cool. Piggyback off someone else like Mo or someone else that has a lot of followers, right? There's so many things you can do to get your name and word out there. Because right now, I'm literally just seeing Uranus and Dragon Fart Dust stuff. And and Morpheus. Those guys are all over.
Oh yeah, the Morpheus guys, the Morpheus guys, love them.
Morpheus is everywhere on my stream, and guess what? I like every single thing that they put out that comes across. I like every single Uranus thing that comes out. I like every single Dragon Fart Dust.
Big fan of Uranus, huh? Nice.
Big fan. Dude, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of like solid communities. If I see that you have a solid community, it's like I want to be a part of that. You know what I mean? Why wouldn't you want to be part of the cool kids club? You know, that's kind of what it is.
Let me add something. So base, we're the first on base. Being first is nice, but what we've learned on base, I would estimate at least 30 to 40% of our community is brand new to Titan X. They don't know what it is. All they saw was Uranus, and they thought, what is this? It's kind of funny. Like, when you see something funny, one of you mentioned this earlier. When you kind of latch on to something, you see something funny and different, you say, let me just get in there. Let me just see what this craziness is all about. And so you said about our mods and our socials and things like that. So we have two official mods, and then one guy who's he's in there quite a bit. So number one, they're comped, and I heard that you have a paid raid leader. Yep. We need to pay people for their productivity, for their efforts. Right? There's not a charity.
There's no incentive.
People have to make money. People have to make money.
100%.
Yeah, what's interesting is but that's hard because it's like taking over the Telegram. It's an onslaught of just marketers, and you have to be able to parse through it and see who's actually now I'm seeing like there's people that come in there into the chat and they just start working. And then after they show what they can do, it's like, then they'll ask like, hey, I've been doing some work, what do you think? And it's like, oh yeah, okay, you're the real one, right?
Yeah.
So those are the two people that are leading the Dragon Fart Dust Telegram right now. And it's like, that's legit. Pull my finger. Don't you want to pull that little blue finger right there? He's already farting out. He's like, I couldn't hold it in. I like the one in the bathroom you pulled up before, Mo, because it's like the hidden Pepe Pepe titty dragon that's like in the corner.
Pepe titty dragon?
Not really. Like man boob, the Pepe man boob dragon. He's above the toilet.
Really? Yeah, hang on. Let me pull up right now. There you go.
Oh yeah. Dude, man boob, that thing's jacked, dude. What are you talking about?
That is, it's Pepe Man Boob Dragon. Because he's got wings. I love
Is
it.
that like a pair of legs coming out of his like top wing?
It's
like,
it's a
very elegant.
Yeah,
paint.
it's a growth. I mean, not all monsters, are perfect specimens. You ever seen a monster with some cancer on it?
I love how the dragon raises his head. He's like, oh.
Yeah, he's wafting in his greatness.
Oh, smell my Uranus.
Good shit. Fucking love it. Oh my god.
We're actually going to be doing a giveaway of Uranus, James. Big Daddy. The community has spoken.
Yes.
And we are going to honor.
It's fabulous. When we won the contest, I was like, oh, I can't wait to do this. And it wasn't just because of the winning. It's because the community did it, right? They did it. We dropped it in there. We said, you know what? Take a look at what they're doing over there. Just take a look at what they're doing.
It's the fact that you guys are. It's the fact that you guys are trying.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to put something out, but it's another thing to like build a community, and then just every day in the trenches, and that has a lot of. we got a lot of respect. Got a lot of respect for that, man. Appreciate that.
I am so impressed that you two did that CTO. I mean, we all know what CTOs are, and some of them go well, and some of them do not go well. This one is going to go well. Number one, we got two classy LP masters here who are well-known docs, trusted in the community. We know you're going to do the right thing. You're already doing the right things.
Right, and that was our biggest thing is, like, we saw that there was the adoption wasn't really there. I mean, there'd be some buys. It was going up. It was still going up, and it wasn't doing it. But it wasn't like the excitement wasn't really there, right? Like me and Nathan were excited about it. So that's why we were like, hey, look, man, you know, you did great. Everything here is cool. You need to docs if you want this thing to take off. And he's like, that's not me. So that's when we came out with, you know, made him an offer he couldn't fucking refuse. And it didn't take long, but he saw what we were kind of giving at. Because, I mean,
yeah, you can only take it so far with what he was doing without going doxed and without because it's like, all right, you definitely read into the ethos, right? You got you double audited a meme, you created the white paper, right? Wipe paper, and set up the TG like really, really well. So it's like, and I saw Utah's comment there, Mo. It's funny. It's because since we took over, I've had to pull the paid the paid folks aside and like have a comment or have a discussion with them because like a couple Titan X people came in and started asking some hard questions and one of them got banned and I was like listen. When you see people with green circles around their PFP coming in and asking actual questions about supply, whatever audits and everything, it's like you gotta let that stuff go because. And like, don't delete, don't ban, at me or Johnny, and we'll come in and talk because that's what we need to have those discussions. People need to understand that there's safety in this. It's a meme, right? It's a degen play, but we're trying to like Titan Xify it, right? So we're doing everything we can with it being a very simple meme.
Did y'all hear that?
Right? What did I miss? It sounded like a rhesus monkey.
Did I hear it? No. The senior sneezed in the other room and it was so fucking loud. I just heard it and I was like, oh my God. Well, she like screamed for her sneeze. She's
actually, it sounded like a fox. I don't know if you've ever heard what a fox sounds like.
Yeah. Ring, ding, 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 ding. Isn't that what they do? What does the fox say in that song? You remember that song?
Oh yeah, I was like, her sneeze did not sound like that.
No, but when they finally get to the sound that the fox makes, right?
Oh my God!
Actually, a fox sounds like you think someone's screaming, right, in the woods. Yeah,
a small child.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cougar. Have you ever heard a mountain lion? It sounds like a goddamn fucking monster in the woods,
scary,
just screaming. It's so fucking crazy. Anyway, sidetrack. There we go.
I used to live in central. Well, if you live in New Jersey, apparently there's no such thing as Central Jersey. But I used to live near the center of the state, in a very populated town, right? And in an apartment complex, and it was like the springtime, and two raccoons were mating in the like the little area behind the apartment, and it's like all apartment complexes, and it was so loud that I walked outside. And all these people were coming outside, and they're like, "Is like a child getting beaten in the woods?" And we finally figured it out that it was two raccoons mating because it's like, it's like, what is going on? That's the story.
All right.
Hey, by the way, before it gets too late, I'd like to do a $25 Uranus giveaway, and I want so people in the chat. Tell us your favorite thing about Dragon Fartust, and I'm going to let the team decide which one wins. All you have to do is the winner will list their X handle, and then all you have to do is give a DM to Uranus. Slide into the Uranus DMs and just say, hey, I won the $25. I won the $25 giveaway. So we're happy to do that. Love to do. I love to do giveaway. Everyone loves a giveaway. right? So
Right.
that's it. Tell us your favorite thing about dragon fart dust, and then it will be up to the panel, not me, but the panel, to decide who wins.
All right. Are we doing that like for today's stream or for like a
It's
future
today. It's
stream?
gonna be live. It's gonna be live. You're gonna do
Okay.
it.
So
And if
right
that
now,
person- yeah. Mhm.
if you're on X, go over to the YouTube stream so you can get into this chat and mention what your favorite thing about this meme is, what your favorite meme is. I don't know, just that it's funny, that it's stupid, it's hilarious that you have to tell your mom that you bought some dragon fart dust.
You gotta tell the wife or your wife's girlfriend or your.
Well, I'm thinking like Callum's. You know,
Your
Callum
wife's
might be in the
boyfriend.
stream.
I met your
So,
wife's
you know.
boyfriend. Well, you see where my mind is.
That's fucked up. All your wife's boyfriends will vote for me. Did you hear that? Trump said that in a rally once. He was like,
Oh, my God.
"Yeah, all these people don't vote for me, but that's okay because all their wives' boyfriends will." I was like, "That's amazing."
That guy's something else. Like when it comes to shock value, I've been following Trump since the very early days when his father gifted him a $20+ million building. That's how he got to start in real estate. Smart guy, but instead of you graduate college and what do you get? You might get $1,000 from mom and dad. You might get a car. Well, daddy gave him a building, and ever since then I've been following him. No idea that the Simpsons would be correct that he would win the 2016 election. That's a bit of a time machine conspiracy theory. But Trump, love him or hate him, he is really something else. He's really mixing things up, and that's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to say that. The white paper is my favorite. The white paper is my favorite. We finally got an entry, and Trust Titan X plan.
Trust Titan X plan is all over the place, dude.
Big fan of me coins. Big fan of Trust.
Big shout out to you, because one of the first to shill it, like publicly, like I don't give a shit what people think of me. I'm gonna go ahead and shill it. Besides us, right? And like foot is on the gas. Like this is what I'm talking about. If you like something, it doesn't have to be us. Whatever it is, if you like something in the Titan X community, you have got to shill it hard. Yeah. And we did such a great job of that back in like August, right? When Eric put the he put the rifle right between our eyes and was like, "Hey guys, you need to work harder."
Bull we were all like, or die.
Yeah, we were like, "Oh, daddy's mad," you know what I mean? So, but look at what we did, what we were able to accomplish. Here's the other cool thing, James. I don't know if you caught this on the last stream we did with Mo. But one of the things that caught our attention was when Dragon Fart Dust launched, right? A couple days after launch, we were looking through all the wallets, and 90%, a good 90% of the wallets were all Ethereum. So just like how you were saying, you have a good portion of people into Uranus from base that have no clue what's going on. If you look in the Telegram, in the Dragon Fart Dust Telegram, you look at all the members, there's like 9 green circles out of 450.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know that.
One thing that can be said is that, Dragon Fart Dust, like it or hate it, it is bringing ETH bros into Titan X. And that's one of the biggest challenges that we have in the ecosystem. What easier of a way to bring people in than just launching a meme? You buy it, you hold it, you sell it. That's it. There's no real crazy tokenomics or anything you have to wrap your head around. And then while you're in, you're like, hey, we're bonded to Dragon X. What the hell's Dragon X? Boom. Now you're teaching them about Dragon X. Now you're teaching them about Titan X, the mothership, right? Because a lot of these people have no clue that Titan X is the big daddy. Dragon X is like, right there, right-hand man. And then we're built on top of all this stuff, right? And the more that you're able to educate, that's how you grow the community, man. Like, that's what you got to be doing. And I know you guys are doing the same thing on your side. Because like you said, when you have a whole bunch of base bros over and they're like, what's bonded liquidity? You know what I mean? Like, they don't know what that is. bonded liquidity? No, they just know number go up. That's it. They don't know why.
I think Mo has selected a winner. So who is that winner? And may that winner list their X handle in the chat.
Oh, it's
Mo, you did select a winner, didn't you?
Yeah,
oh, you already did.
Oh,
sorry, I was too busy grabbing some water. I like to stay hydrated. So if it's Trust Titan X, Trust Titan X plan. I know you, but it doesn't matter. You need to DM the Uranus the Uranus handle, and then we will with your wallet, and we will send you your Uranus.
What does a Uranus handle look like? It's a giant
pump Uranus. So pump Uranus, of course, is pump. It's pumped Uranus. So there's a lot of things you can do with that to pump Uranus.
It's endless. It's really amazing.
The memes write themselves. And with Dragon Fart Test, the memes write themselves too. When we bought our new allocation for the Dragon Horde, I love how you have like 6 or 7 different baby or fart dragons on there. You can kind of select yours. I was like, what is this? Is this an NFT? Okay, no, it's just your favorite. So we screenshotted our favorite. We dropped it in the chat and said, we're back.
I forgot about the website too. I mean, it's just like everything we inherited. This person was really setting themselves up for success. But the only thing that was missing was a deeper connection with the larger Titan X community and to help people understand, like, hey, a meme can exist within this ecosystem and it can be run without a buy and burn. It could be run sort of like a protocol, but not really. It's going to have to be all manual. But hey, me and Johnny are up to the challenge, and it's going to be a lot of work, right? But you have to be able to have a very deep understanding of the two tokens. I mean, especially Ethereum and Dragon X, right? So we have to understand the ratio and what, Johnny?
Oh, I was going to say, and let's not forget, we took all the supply wallets, condensed them into one multi-sig, and Mo is a signer on the multi-sig. So
there you go.
Not only can you rest easy knowing that me and Nathan are handling business, but any decision that we do, now you have a big-time member of the community
watching you.
Right. So, that just goes further down the accountability line, because that's what we're trying to do. We're not trying to be sneaky, right? You can see every move that's ever made on chain. It's all on chain. You can see it.
Why is he always lifting his head up to sniff his own fart?
I think that's just the go-to animation.
I love that the food can't even handle it. It's like, I'm gonna fart too.
I didn't notice that. That's funny.
That's a good one. I literally haven't seen this one. Is it a new one?
Is this?
I'm slowly scrolling. This is an older one.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to go through all the material they put up with. Yeah, this is hilarious.
It's hilarious. Like, how do you not look at this and just laugh? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Whether you're
in
it or
before
not.
they launched, or maybe the first week. Oh no.
Little to no Jeets. I like.
Hey,
that.
I'm gonna ask James. I want to ask James a question.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm gonna ask James a question. In your Telegram, do you have a lot of people that are poopy, or is pretty much ever?
We don't. I mean, for some reason, none of our protocols have that, and I think I'm not sure why.
Right.
I think it's
I
the
can
way
tell
that
you why.
Oh, you know why?
I can tell you why.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because you guys don't insist upon yourselves, right?
We don't.
You don't pretend to be anything that you're not, right? And you're having a good time, and that's all it's about, dude.
Yeah.
That's why people want to have a good time, man. People don't want to argue over, this, that, and the other. Like, what's this protocol doing over here? I'm wrecked. How do you go into a Uranus chat and start talking shit? You know what I mean?
It's endlessly
right.
It's endlessly funny.
What could you possibly do? I bought the top at Uranus and I'm mad I lost money.
And people be like, okay.
Hold. I mean, you bought Uranus. Hold, buddy. Have fun
Right.
with those reflections that come from Uranus. Like, no, yeah, like what is someone gonna do? Like, you know, are they gonna go to their lawyer and be like, I made a financial decision and sold the house and bought Uranus?
What did you buy?
You know, I mean,
Well,
Can you,
about
state,
Uranus.
I
can you
mean-
state said financial institution that you bought from? Yes.
like what FUD can you possibly get when the title is Uranus? Like, you bought Uranus. Like, I don't like.
That was like me having that was like me the first time, you know, got married to my wife and the first big family vacation with the in-laws, and it's like getting to know my father-in-law, and he's trying to put in the all the frequent flyer codes because he wanted to manage the whole like trip and the flights and everything. And he's like, well, Nathan, why don't you just give me your password to your frequent flyer, so I'll get it added in, you know, here. And I remembered then, and I showed my wife, I had it on my phone, like in my passwords, and the password was still poop 9876 was my passcode. So I'm sitting there with my new father-in-law, and I have to be like, yeah, Bob, it's a it's the letter P, double O, and then another P, 9876. And he's like,
well, at least
this is who my daughter married.
Oh God, I can't laugh too loud because my whole family's asleep. But
Yeah, my wife texts me. She's like, why is it so loud? I'm like, I don't know. Because we're bullish.
we're bullish.
Oh,
Who's
oh.
not bullish right now?
hey, I mean, at least it wasn't POOP 6969.
Yeah, it could have been that like 69 your daughter like every night, you know.
Oh my God. I thought of an even better thing to say, but out of, you know, deference, I won't.
And then be like, sir,
But
that
this
was
is a family channel.
Family
It
friendly
is
show.
not, but I'm afraid that his family might eventually find this video and be like, Jesus, mother of God, he said that? Like, yeah, we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
So, poop,
the astrological number
poop
of
4
Uranus
2069.
is 69. Yeah, no, don't go try and pass. Yeah, everyone's gonna start trying passcodes. I gotta get his frequent flyers. I don't have any frequent flyer miles. Sorry.
Yeah, I would have just gone. I would have just.
Daughter,
I would have just
and-
gone with like, I don't have any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir. Yeah.
Oh
man.
By the way, this Uranus ad, they reposted it. Dragon Fart Dust reposted it on February 19th.
We're
so
buddies.
That's a cool thing too. Like
Yeah,
We're buddies.
they were
I
trying
mean,
in the very
when it comes
beginning.
to
Like,
Gex, when it comes to Baby Fart Dragon, I mean, we mean coins. We got to stick together no matter where we are, no matter what chain we are. We are
That's
of
right.
the same ilk. We are brothers with a
There's-
different mother.
We're
There's
ready.
Baby
zero
Fart
hatred.
Dragon? Baby Fart Dragon? Are you launching
Sorry, I keep
your
saying
own?
baby. You have to excuse me.
Uranus.
Is that the next James's next meme coin? He's launching Baby Fart Dragon on Dragon Fart Dust.
No,
I'd
can't
buy
even
it
straight
if he
now.
was.
I'd fucking buy it. I would
Baby
too.
farts.
Baby farts.
Man, baby farts can be brutal. Baby farts.
It's just a baby crying and then a fart in the middle.
I'll pick up my daughter sometimes, and she's just like, I'm like, are you okay? And she looks at me, and she's just like, she's just like, I'm fine. I'm like, yeah, you did.
Yeah, like, you
My
took a
daughter
shit.
calls
That
every
wasn't a
burp
fart.
or a fart a dragon fart now. It's hilarious. My
oh, she
2-year-old
does. Perfect.
Yes.
My 2-year-old's like,
Trailer.
Yes.
that was a dragon fart. I was like, you're right. No, but for real though, I'm super excited about what's going to happen with Uranus on base when base takes off. And I don't think people quite understand that the coins on base with a good solid community that don't have 17 million in liquidity, those are the ones that are going to go absolute yard. And we saw that, right? Last year. We saw that January, February, March of last year when base had its run. The coins with like the community, and they didn't have millions and millions of dollars in liquidity to hold the price down. I mean, those things just see you later, see you later, all day.
Let's fucking go.
Shit, Baby Dragon X went from, bro, at the low point. How much did you guys have in liquidity when you first came out? Or no, your
Well,
market cap.
I can't give you the numbers of when we first came out, but my favorite number is the 47K when we were in the doldrums. That was our market cap. We were 47K market cap for months and months and months, which is why I needed other ways to do income because I hadn't gotten my.
And then tell them where it went to. James, this is my favorite part. Tell them where it went to.
So our liquidity was under 20,000. Our liquidity was under 20,000.
Right.
And so we did a 77X. Dragon X did like a 12 or a 13X. We did a 77X. And then by some magic out of the freaking air, which I don't understand this part, we did 127X. We went over to $6 million market cap. So
let's go ahead and pause there.
That was really incredible.
Pause there for
Holy
a fact.
God.
So you're telling me that you went from 47,000 market cap, pay attention everybody, to 6 million.
Yep. The first stop, you know the dude, because everybody knows the dude. And what's the dude's favorite number? 420. I was on the phone with dude because we're planning something, and we had $4.2 million market cap. And I said, I think we did that because you were on. And then within 48 hours, we went to 6 million.
That's
too bad there weren't reflections on Baby Dragon X. I wasn't very sophisticated back then, and you can't do a V3 on that anyways. But reflections are a great way to go. If you can do reflections, the base people love it. Now that they understand what these reflection things are, it's very interesting. Now, on just one little couple facts. And I know this is not my show, but I'm just going to throw out some facts.
You're good,
we just hit, we launched at a 1-to-1, right? Uranus was at a 1-to-1 with X28. We just blew past 2. Now, one reason is, of course, X28 did, had a little bit of a dump, but we just passed the 2X, or not 2X. We just passed the 2 X28, right?
Yeah.
We just passed that pretty recently. Yeah.
Nice.
And interesting how ratios work.
But what's how do you start educating? That's an interesting thing because it's how do you start educating people on ratios? Because people really need to understand it. It's price go up. But that's what I was just, before you got on, James, I was talking about that. It's yesterday our price was skyrocketing, right? And we went up over a 500K. We went up to a 530K market cap. But our Dragon X ratio dropped because Dragon X was out pumping us, which is fine. I mean, we went from a 340, almost 350 to down to 323, right? But it's okay. It's but price is going up, market cap is going up. And if you were to have gotten, you still would have probably gotten more Dragon X for what you entered with because of the market cap increasing. It's just really interesting how the interplay goes back and forth when you start really understanding how that works out. But it's sometimes it's when you're looking at a thing that doesn't have a lot of action and the bonded tokens that it's tied to are doing their thing, right? But it's today, it's we were sitting at a certain, the ETH pair was sitting at a certain amount. And I was I'll put an ETH buy in. You put a tiny ETH buy in and it corrects to the current price of ETH. And you're shit. Went from a 530K market cap to 470. It's okay, that's what it really is right now. But, it's just how it goes. But then when the opposite happens, right, it's if you can compound that in those times and you get that ratio going up versus the current price that's dumping on the bonded token, holy cow, you're going to fly. You're going to fly when that thing starts going.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what. So I think I've asked this question in your chat, but maybe you'd like to talk about it. Because you have so much supply, you can do all types of liquidity webs. So with Uranus, we have 124 billion just sitting there waiting for our omni-chain tokens to come over and create some more liquidity web. We love the bots because the bots are, they, instead of the human traders making ups and downs, then people who hold Uranus, not only is that buy and burn party going to happen, which is going to be, we'll probably launch the buy and burn party 24 hours after all 4 omni-chain tokens are over, which we hope is in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. And so we're going to be doing some bonded liquidity webs, and the dude is the master at that. He knows how to do that, and it's going to do pretty well. Just like PTGC is the master at the liquidity webs. They're very, very, very good at it. Great low gas chain. We don't know how it's going to do. We know it will do something. We definitely know it will do something.
There's a lot of interesting things we can do with that supply though too. I mean, it's we're running a meme coin now, so we haven't really even roadmap that stuff out, but it's high time we start doing that, because if you're talking about, liquidity webbing is really, really interesting. But there's a lot of other things as well when it comes to like AOLs or listings. I don't know how much of a big fan I am of token listings and stuff, but all that potential is there. Everything that the degens want to see when they come in, right? They're like, is the liquidity locked? Is it the contract renounced? But one thing we're going to have to explain to people is like, well, why is there a wallet sitting there with 90% of the supply? It's like, listen, watch that number's, our goal is to have that number keep going down, right? Because that means that people are holding the token, right? And if they've come into the system and they understand what they're doing. Yeah, I'm sorry, and I saw Utah there too. So Inferno's going over to base, right? That's right.
James.
There you go.
James is deep in thought.
I hear
Inferno's going to base.
I hear trouble with my little ones upstairs. I think I might have to be going. I don't know. That's
okay. I mean, we're past an hour. If we need to wrap it up, I know you guys.
I thought we were just going to do like 30 minutes here, but James came and joined the party, and it's great. It's a Uranus festival.
Well, James, I don't know if you had a chance to see your DMs, but I think maybe we're gonna see if we can get you, Rudy.
Oh yeah, I thought I replied to it and told the dude also. Yep.
Okay. Awesome. Cool. Well, then, for everyone else, at some point here, very soon, we will set up a meme coin, a Titan X meme coin stream. Because we got 4 now. We got Jake X, we got Baby Dragon X. Now, correct me, James. Is the name changing to Tiny Dragon? Or is it still Baby Dragon X? Or is it just the X
so you mean on the Omnichain token, right?
Yeah.
So the Omnichain token will be B88 and the scale token will be S88.
Okay. So then, So we'll have a Baby Dragon X, a Jake X, I almost said it like the scientist or the science teacher, Uranus, not Uranus.
Uranus.
And then what will we have after that? I can't wait to see,
You cannot imagine what is coming with what we're calling project number 4. There is a group of us, and we are going to flip the script completely on base with a fair launch, with a fair launch project that is, that's all we're going to say. That's all we're going to say. Because it's complex to build. We need 3 devs. We've never needed 3 devs before. So this thing is going to be very, very, very special.
Well, as excited as I am for that, I'm kind of excited, though, for this degen little circle of meme coins.
Sure, absolutely. First things first.
We got 4 of those now. Definitely the protocols definitely outnumber the memes. I don't know if they'll ever get passed up. But I am excited for this. We got Dragon Fart Dust, we got Uranus, we got Baby Dragon X, we got Jake X. We got some themes going here. I like it. So we'll get that stream going. We'll do that soon. But for now, gentlemen, let's start the wrap up. And James, I'll tell you what, we'll start with you.
Okay.
I want to get your final thoughts.
So my wrap up is when I opened up Titan X Hub today and I saw some red, I saw opportunity. Right? I didn't see something going down. I saw opportunity. And even though you may not have dry powder to buy into this, you know that there is opportunity ahead. We know that Jake has done all the right things so far. We know that he's been quiet lately, and what happens when he's quiet, that means he's building something. That's one thing. And I'm proud to be part of this community. Titan X has changed my life for all the better. I've made some great friends. I've learned a ton about tokenomics, and I am excited for Dragon Fart Dust. I mean, who knows what you guys are going to do with this thing? I can't wait to see your roadmap and the interesting things you're going to do. You guys are pros of liquidity, so I'm sure it'll have something to do with that. I mentioned in one of your chats the Uniswap V4 hooks. take a look into that, because our project number 4 is going to use V4 hooks in ways that are going to blow your mind. So have a look at those things.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that.
You should talk with them.
Yeah.
Educate. Yeah.
And thank you for having me.
Oh, James.
Absolutely.
It was a pleasure. I like that you have the cash tag right next to your head. It's like hashtag James.
Oh, on the Uranus. Yeah. I'm buying it.
Mr. Johnny Papa Vegas, as you're dropping your double guns for us, appreciate you.
Man,
what are your final thoughts?
I'd like to echo a little bit about what James said. Now's not the time to get all poopy and woe is me. If you look around, just hop into the main Titan X chat, start there, and look at who is like a diesel engine, who's calm, who's remaining calm under fire, right? All the OGs. There's a reason why the OGs aren't complaining. You don't see any OGs complaining. The reason why is because we've been here before. We've seen this, I've seen this movie 13 times, okay? If you're down, jump into Uranus Telegram, jump into the Dragon Fart Dust Telegram, and at least have some fun.
Yep.
At least have some fun, because in his Telegram, it's all bull posting. In our Telegram, it's all bull posting 24/7. It is a party. It is a good time. So if you're feeling a little down, come on over. We'll give you a hug. We'll wrap our arms around you. Get into some Uranus and Dragon Fart Dust. Tell a friend, tell a buddy, and just start bull posting on on X like it's your job. Because right now, that is your job, is bull posting. And then when you see someone else post, comment, like, repost it, quote post it, do something. The more that we do this, the more that we get this shoved in people's faces.
Yep.
I don't want to see any more SPX 6900 from Murad. I want to see more Titan X posts. So the more that I'm seeing it, I know that everyone else is seeing it.
Yep.
So we need to get back to doing that, and that starts right now.
Yep.
Love it. Nathan?
My thoughts is that the easy thing to do is get down and be like Johnny said, be poopy, right? About the market, your bags, tokens, the communities, whatever, right? Wah, right? But if you make a conscious choice to just try it, right? Just try being bullish just a little bit. You're actually physically changing the properties of your own brain chemistry, right? And the more that you do that, your body is going to start to become that, right? I mean, your experience is going to start becoming that. And I'm not being like Oprah, like believe it until but there's truth in that, right? I mean, if you start really choosing to physically stop yourself and not get poopy, get a little bit bullish, it's only going to be that much easier every time after that. And then suddenly you're going to find yourself in the Uranus chat or the Dragon Fart Dust chat, and you're like, holy crap, I'm surrounded by chads that want to do nothing but bull post and raid and get the word out there, right?
It's contagious.
Spread the freaking gospel of Uranus and Dragon Farts, right? We're going to walk the earth and make disciples. And we're going to show people the truth. And we are going to bring up the Titan X ecosystem with us. How about that?
That's right.
Fucking love it. Let's have a dragon fart a fucking Lambo.
Ready?
That's what we're talking about.
Let's do the thing where we do our secret. I don't know.
Oh my lord. All right, Titan X, everyone. For those of you who are not in Titan X, I feel left out. There we go.
We should get in it.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, there's like less than 10 people with green circles in the Telegram. So apparently there's a lot of people not in Titan X in Dragon Fart Dust. So for all of you, welcome. Enjoy the show. Thank you for being here. And have a great end of your weekend. Hope your weekend. We just had the
Do them all.
Good Lord. It's the bull run, guy. It's a bull run. Let's fucking go. All right, that's all that matters. Let's
Don't get
fucking
shaken out
go.
and do the mo.
Do the mo. Oh, let me set that up. Did we get that?
I thought it was good. I thought we were.
That would have been.
You thought you had that, huh, Nathan?
You thought it was fucking perfectly queued up.
You know what? No risk it, no biscuit. He tried. He rolled the dice.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, it was
Could
a
have
good
been
one. You know.
Like, oh
All
man,
right,
Nathan was on it today. See you guys.
let's fucking go, guys.
Do the
See
mo.
y'all.
Great day. And by the way.
Do the mo, 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 mo. Do the mo, mo, mo. Do the mo, mo, mo. Do the mo, mo. Do the crypto mo, 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 mo. Do the mo, mo, mo. Do the mo, mo, mo. Do the mo, mo. Do the crypto mo, 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 mo. Do the mo, mo, mo. Do the mo, mo, mo. Do the mo, mo. Do the crypto mo, 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 mo. Do the mo, mo, mo. Do the mo, mo, mo. Do the mo, mo. Do the crypto mo, 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 mo.